And welcome to tonight's episode of the NFHL. We have an exciting doubleheader for you tonight as we are in New Orleans as Drew Brees, Archie Manning, and the New Orleans Saints will face Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, and his Colts. One we've been waiting for since the inception of the league to get a little bit of father-son action, and it's gonna be a doozy tonight, I tell you. Jimmy Graham in goal for the Saints will face off with the legendary John Mackey. Both of these teams bolstering big-time defenses, and it's gonna be a good one here tonight. Victorious, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, and earlier I got told that Peyton Manning will be staring off against Archie Manning for the first drop, and here they go.
What a sight to see. They don't know if they'll see each other sometime in the tournament.
Here's Manning, gives it across James to Harrison. Harrison back to the intercepted by Manning. Here comes Archie Manning up the ice, gives it to Colston. Colston takes it, pulls back, gives it to Manning, tried to dunk it through.
Archie Manning trying to show his boy how it's done.
Here comes Peyton Manning. Manning takes it, drops it down to James. Intercepted by Jackson. Jackson, he might have a step here. He's all alone. Jackson, and a save made by Mackey.
Oh, boy, Ricky Jackson with the nice pick. He spoils the Manning on Manning action and tries to go all the way on John Mackey. Great start to this one already. 18:21 left in the first. They're going to go at it again.
Puck drops. Here's Freeney taking the puck. Freeney sends it through. Intercepted by Archie Manning. Now Freeney big passes it around to Sanders. Sanders to Harrison. He's pushed down by Jackson. Now here's Jackson looking with Manning. Intercepted by Freeney. Now Freeney held to the wall. Freeney gets tied up. Rogers trying to help. And now here's Archie Manning who touches the puck. But it's going to be a penalty on George Rogers.
George Rogers on the wing. Gets a little interference action here. And a high-octane Colts power play is about to hit the ice. Wait till you see this one, folks. Studs.
Here we go. It's Luck on the draw versus Olave. It drops. Olave wins that one to Swilling. Swilling to Jordan, and Jordan gets the clear. Now one's caught by Marchetti. Here comes James. James pushed down by Olave. Olave to Swilling. Swilling to Ingram. And Ingram gets it through. Backhands it up the wall and out. Now a chase for the puck in the corner. Mouth is right near. Gives it to Luck. Luck coming down the ice. Across the red line to James. James backhander. And that one's caught by the stick of Graham, and he'll cover.
Colts got some guys. They run deep. We got Luck here to take the first end of that power play. And now here comes Peyton Manning and Reggie Wayne with Marvin Harrison.
Here we go, Rattler on the drop. Here's Unitas, gives it to Wayne, poked away. And now chase down for it. Unitas took it away by Horn. Here comes Horn, and he'll get the clear. Now Horn going chasing down for it with Harrison. Harrison gets stuffed to the wall. Now Unitas takes it. Unitas to Harrison. Harrison to Manning. Here's Peyton Manning looking through. Gives it Harrison, and it's poked away by Mills. And now Mills will get the clear. Unitas catches that one up. Unitas to Harrison. Harrison to Wayne. Wayne tries to get it. He's took it down right there. Mills will get the clear. And now here's Rattler battling Unitas for it. Unitas spins around, gives it to Manning. Here's Manning. Manning takes it, passes it across, intercepted by Colston. Colston to Mills. Here goes Mills. Up the ice to Rogers. George Rogers battling for it on the wall now.
Colts are a really fortunate franchise to have Johnny Unitas as a third liner. Get out of town.
There's Rogers fighting for it. Now here's Wayne. Wayne across the Unitas. Unitas to Barry. Barry coming up the wall. Barry looking through. Barry at the circle trying to center. It's intercepted. And here's Archie Manning. Manning takes it. Manning gives it to Rogers, and he's blocked by Pittman. And now here's Rogers to Manning. Manning backhander and a save. Now pushed down on the wall here by Rogers. Now Thomas with a shot and a save, Mackey. The rebound's taken away by Jones. Now here comes Baptist. His lane's taken away by Swilling.
This has become the defensive battle we expected.
Now shot and glove save, Graham.
Not a lot of room out there on the ice. Both of these Ds have guys all the way down to the third. And here's set to take a face-off.
There's Kamara. Kamara cross. Intercepted by Pittman and a shot and a save. There's Kamara. Kamara to Brees. Drew Brees puts on the brakes. Gives it to Thomas. Thomas coming down the ice. Thomas, pass across by Kamara. Kamara looking through, trying to center. It's intercepted by Hilton. And now here's Jones. Jones pushed onto the wall as Jackson drops it down to Matthew. Matthew coming down the ice. Matthew to Thomas, shot and glove save. Mackey.
You do got to watch out for Alvin Kamara when he's on the ice. This boy's got wheels, and he can get to the net. You seen him with a quick drive there, went a little bit too far. Oh, he's going to be at it again, but John Mackey also standing tall in goal so far. 4 for 4.
Matthew gives it to Ingram. Ingram to Olave. Olave to Jackson and a save by Mackey.
That's great movement of the puck. Olave with the sweet deal from deep down on the board. He gets it right to the middle where they want. Saints are working.
Here we go. It's Andrew Luck on the face-off. It drops. Here's Olave. Olave poked away. Now Luck takes it. Luck sends it up the wall. Here comes Sanders. Bob Sanders across to Reggie Wayne. Wayne takes it through. Wayne to Freeney, and that one is taken away. And now battle for it on the wall. Olave to Brooks. Brooks to Wayne. Wayne back up top to Taylor now, and now Sanders slap shot. He scores!
I was just about to say, watch out for Bob Sanders. He's a guy they look for to play two ways. He's going to clap bombs from down deep. He's going to handle his business on deep, but he's always going to try to creep up in there and get a goal.
Bob Sanders, look at that.
Look at that laser. Jimmy Graham, he's had enough. He does not like it. And it's the Colts, 1-0. Bob Sanders, one of the leaders of this team, and certainly the leader of this defense.
Bob Sanders makes it 1-0 Indianapolis. There's McAllister. McAllister across the Rattler. Shot save. Rebound. What a save right there. The puck's still loose. And Mackey finally gets a hold of it and covers. John Mackey, what a save. Sliding across.
Deuce McAllister charged the net. He was right in on there, but wow, there's a couple of great saves down low. He doesn't know where it is for a good couple of seconds there. McAllister just had to gather it off the back end, and he couldn't do it. He gave Mackey just enough time to recover, and they'll take a face-off in front of him. Here comes the young buck, Spencer Rattler. Our first look at him with Carr's retirement.
There's a die pulling back, gives it to Barry. Barry takes it through, shot, and he's looking down. And now here's Marchetti. He's taken away right there. Here comes Spencer Rattler up the ice. Rattler across. McAllister and a horn shot and a glove save made by Mackey.
Joe Horn seeing a little bit of action here with Spencer. Some good depth there for New Orleans. Having guys like this. Not your big names, but they can get it done. But now the Saints will bring out Drew Brees and his guys. Alvin with Michael Thomas.
Kamara to Brees, and now Thomas shot and a save. Now here's a battle for it. It's Brackett. Brackett held to the wall, zips it up. That one's caught by Buckner. Buckner to Harrison. Harrison coming along. He has Manning with him, but he also gives it to James. Shot and a save. Now James steers back into the Brackett. 2-point slap shot kicked away to the side by Graham. Now battle for it on the wall. Manning loses that one to Jordan. Jordan to Brees. Drew Brees across. Brees, and he's poked away by James. Now James gives it across to Manning. Manning to Brackett as they try to exit the zone. Now Kamara. Kamara to Thomas out front, but he's poked away. And now here comes Buckner. Buckner. He'll get it out. Now here's Jordan across to Kamara. Now Brees. Brees to Thomas. Thomas coming up, looking through, and he gets sent hard to the ground.
Pretty good looking shift from this top line of the Saints, though. They came out poised. They didn't get it done yet, but they're going to keep coming.
Here's Buckner. Buckner taking it. He's poked away. Now George Rogers tries to take it. Rogers, and Buckner finds him. Now Buckner dumps it up the wall. Caught by Swilling. Swilling to Rogers. Rogers to Manning. Here's Archie Manning. Manning looking through. Across to Colston. Colston shot and a save. The rebound is turned aside by Mathis. Mathis, and now here comes Pittman Jr. Gives it to Hilton. T.Y. Hilton to the circle shot. Rebounded Davis, and it goes in. Jimmy Graham had a hard time gathering that one.
I think if Jimmy Graham would have left it alone, it would have been fine. It looked like he swatted it in himself. What a strange occurrence there. It's up off the blocker. It might have been going. Nevertheless, he does help it in. Let's take another look.
Rolls up him.
It's just up and fluttering. Oh, that was a stick. That was a stick on it.
We're taking a look at that in the pledge of the period.
That looked like Jones, maybe. Who did they give it to?
They're gonna give the goal to T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Hilton. And it's 2-0 Colts, nevertheless.
Here comes Taylor up the wall. Taylor across to Wayne. Wayne drops it down Matthews, and now Taylor up front. Look, shot! He scores!
Jimmy Graham might be coming out. That's 3 quick ones. The wheels are falling off for the Saints fast here in New Orleans.
Andrew Luck off the backhander. He helped it in, didn't he?
Jimmy Graham is human. I mean, every time we've seen him, he's been incredible. We've never seen this out of Jimmy Graham. He's having an off night. Let's see if they keep him in to keep working, or if they're going to call it a day.
Well, see, Graham not on the bench here, so they're going to keep him in. The score is 3-0 Indianapolis. This crowd quiet. And here comes Taylor. Taylor to Wayne. Wayne coming up the ice. He pulls back. Wayne looking through. Wayne shot, but he's taken down by McAllister. And here goes McAllister with the puck. 32 seconds left. McAllister to Horn. Shot saved. The rebound goes wide. And now Mackey will cover.
Now, Jimmy Graham has been great, but so is John Mackey. And if you give John Mackey 3 goals in a game, that might be already the game. Let's see if the Saints can inch their way back in this thing with a goal. There's only 12 seconds left here in first.
Here's Jackson Matthews, shot turned aside. And now 5 seconds left. There's a penalty right here on Horn. And it's going to be a trip.
That's as bad as it gets. You're going to start the second on the kill. Big mistake from Joe Horn. As he goes into Bob Sanders. Little retribution there for the goal he started this thing with. Big mistake, Joe Horn. They'll take a quick draw ahead to the locker room to think about it, and they're going to be on a full power play when we get back for the second.
Puck drops. It's a tie-up. And now Ingram will clear for the final seconds of the first. After the first period, it's been very down for the New Orleans Saints, but the Colts find 3 on Jimmy Graham. And now it's time to view the first intermission. Plays of the period.
And it's all Indy. It's all Indy. Peyton Manning and his Colts are spanking daddy right now.
The first goal of the game is Bob Sanders.
I mean, this is a guy I expect to be contributing to this team.
One reason that Graham struggled to find this, it's a good screen job right here. As you see, there's screening going out front.
But back it up. Look how Bob Sanders creates his own lane with the little shimmy move. Look at this. A little 2-step. Look, watch him open it up. And there it is. Right there.
And this is a risky play, seeing the fact that Matthew's stick is right here. If he pokes that, that's a breakaway.
Honey Badger going for the pick, as he usually does. But Bob Sanders lets this one fly, and Reggie Wayne is down low. Jimmy Graham can't handle it.
Here we go. Here's T.Y. Hilton off the slapper. This was a weird one. So he makes a save, goes flying.
I think that was Ricky Jackson that tapped it in a little hard. He was trying to get it out of there, but he taps it in, helps it home. It was going anyway. You got to shake that one off. But it's really this third one that hurt the most.
Bob Sanders? Not Bob Sanders. Andrew Luck. Look, I said Bob Sanders to score that for a second. That is a weird goal. We need the internet cam for this.
This is the one you want back. He just squirted it in there.
It bounces weird off his glove, and then he's like moves rapid enough to where it just squeezes in.
I imagine that's why Coach still has him in the game. Things like this are going to happen in the season, and the Saints are going to have to find a way to come back from 3 down.
Look, he made the pad save. He moved his arm as it bounced, and that bounces it, and then he moves too rapid, and it falls off the pad and just crosses the goal line.
You're gonna have to shake this one off. You gotta get something going here quick in the second. But they got weapons. It's gonna take a little something from Alvin Kamara, from Drew Brees,
It's just one thing I
from
want to
Michael
expose.
Thomas.
If I were the Saints, I would expose John Mackey's. I would expose John Mackey being the heroic goalkeeper for no reason. I mean, look, he's diving across for no reason right here. Well, here we go. It's time for the second period. So, if I were to be the New Orleans Saints, I would expose John Mackey's rebounds. Here we go. Spencer Rattler on the draw versus Peyton Manning. Schmilling gives up top to McAllister. McAllister takes it. Toe drags. McAllister's shot, and it's blocked. And now here's Wayne. Wayne coming up the ice.
The Saints need to worry about getting this kill,
Now shot and a save.
and then they can worry about trying to get back into this thing. 1:20 left on the power play.
Well, here's a race to the puck. Here's Mathis up top to Marchetti. Marchetti to Manning. Manning coming up the ice. Manning looking through across. It's intercepted by Rattler. But Manning with a good performance right there to get it back in deep. Now Swilling, he gets the clear. Now chase down for it.
Saints do have some heavy hitters on this defensive side. Cam Jordan, Ricky Jackson, and Pat Swilling.
Here's Peyton Manning. Gives it across. Intercepted by Rattler. And now McAllister. He'll get the clear. It's caught by Marchetti. Marchetti gets taken down by Rattler right there.
That's a big hit by Spencer Rattler.
Now
Kid out here looking
what a hit
for
right there. Owen Harrison. And now here's Rattler on front and a save made by Mackey.
What a great play by Joe Horn to spring the offensive chance as Spencer Rattler turns it around and gets a shot on goal.
Honestly, unpopular opinion, I think Spencer Rattler's a little bit underrated of a player.
The Saints do not look like they're finished. They bring out the big guys here now that the penalty is over. Let's see if they can get something going.
There's a guy, pass is intercepted. Now Kamara in front to Breeze, and it's intercepted by Unitas. Now here comes Barry. Barry looking through, makes a quick move. Barry across, and it's taken away by Matthew.
Good stick by the Honey Badger.
Now here's Unitas. Unitas takes it, gives it. Brackett up front, and a glove save, Graham.
Jimmy Graham has to find his way again because he can't give up another one if the Saints want to get back in. He's up for the job, but Alvin Kamara getting trucked by Dwight Freeney right there in front of the goal.
Here's Jones on the draw versus Breeze. It drops. Breeze wins that draw, and now here's Matthew up top to Breeze. Drew Breeze holding through. Breeze takes it up the wall. Breeze looking through, and he gets hit hard.
That's a big hit in the circle.
Now here's Buckner. Buckner, he glides his way through. Buckner avoids contact, passes that one, but it's intercepted by George Rogers. Now here's a spring pass, it's intercepted by Brackett. Now Brackett trying to take it through, it's intercepted. And now Manning, Archie Manning, looking to take it through. Manning to Rogers, pokes away. Now here's Hilton battling for it. Now Rogers pushed down. And now Rogers gets back. Pass across, is intercepted by Jones. Jones coming down the ice, and he throws it up. Now Jackson puts on the brakes to Colston. Colston to Rogers. George Rogers coming up the ice. Rogers holds away, but he's taken down. Now Brackett, he's got passing options, but he's poked away by Swilling.
Things are tightening up a little bit here, but the Saints can't really afford to play that style of game right now. They got to get something going and get a goal in the back of the net.
And now here's Luck, a race down to the puck. And Freeney will get it now. Freeney up top to Luck. Luck tries to pull off the brakes. Luck up top to Wayne. Wayne takes it. Wayne gets pushed hard by Olave. Now here's Olave. He's got a pass right here to Brooks. Brooks tries to take it, but he's poked away by Bob Sanders.
You know, the problem is the Saints, they're struggling to get quality shots on goal. But the thing is Mackey is back there as well, so they have a tough uphill battle here as they try to climb into it. Jimmy Graham with a good save there.
Here we go, Peyton Manning on the draw versus Spencer Rattler. It's drops. Rattler wins that one to Swilling. Swilling the Horn. Horn trying to take it through. Horn continues going, but it's poked away by Freeney. Now Freeney takes it, gives it across to Manning. Manning to Harrison. Harrison, and he's taken down. Now McAllister pulls off the brakes. Gives it across to Jordan. Jordan coming down the ice. Jordan puts on the brakes again. Jordan to Horn. Shot save. Rattler with the rebound, and it's stopped by Mackey.
Spencer Rattler tried to sneak that one in off the backhand. Mackey is there again. Boy, I tell you, I don't think the Colts might be on a lot of people's radars coming up in the draft. But they have great goaltending. They have some heavy-hitting defense. They have Peyton Manning and Johnny Unitas as a third-line center.
Here's Marchetti. Marchetti dumps it up, and now they go chasing down for it. Jordan zips it across to Swilling. Swilling to Kamara. Kamara holding back. Puck slides to Graham, who will quickly play it to Jordan. And now Breeze. Breeze takes it. Breeze looking through. Breeze poked away by Mathis. And Unitas to Marchetti. Marchetti back to Mathis. Mathis coming up the wall. He's got 4 guys on him. Mathis slap shot and a save. Now Barry battling forward with Unitas. Unitas one-timer! They score!
As Joseph Adai cleans up the mess, he gets a wide open clapper that just leaves Jimmy Graham exposed. The Saints got some real defensive issues going on here tonight. Look at this.
What a pass by Unitas!
And there's nobody around.
There's nothing you can do as Jimmy Graham.
Joseph Adai clinks the bars. He says, ship it, baby. That's 4-0. Jimmy Graham might want to sit now. There's no reason to keep this on.
Just like that is 4-0.
It looks like the Colts feel some type of way about the last time these teams met in the Super Bowl.
Here's Pittman. Pittman pushed down. Now here's Matthew coming up the ice. Matthew takes it. He's held to the wall. Now Thomas. That's the pushing for it, and there's a penalty.
And the wheels continue to fall off. Michael Thomas.
Am I the only person who is seeing some fades hit the tunnels right now?
He's throwing a bit of a tantrum now that they're down 4. He's going to sit in the box, and I imagine he is going to get harassed by the Colts fans sitting there right next to him. They're not happy here in New Orleans right now. Who dat?
Here we go. Here's Mathis shot and a glove save. Graham, now he'll play it. Now here's Mills. Gets that clear. Now James trying to take it in. Poked away. But Marchetti to James and a save by Graham.
Here in New Orleans, the crowd is writhing with anger as we have a real rivalry forming in a preseason game.
$500 tickets these fans paid. And now this is what they get paid with. Shot and glove save Graham. Now he'll play it out to Mills. Mills, and that one gets stuck into the skates of Luck. Now Luck behind the net gives it to James. James, and he's intercepted by Rattler. Here comes Horn up the ice. Horn going for a shorty here. Johnson, Jonathan pulls back, shot and a glove save Mackey, and he'll cover.
Coaches can't feel great about the spot that their team is here in New Orleans. Doesn't really reflect the type of team we've seen all season long out of New Orleans. They've been great. Jimmy Graham's been great. They just got exposed today. They're really having an off day against the Colts. Peyton Manning got his guys going before in the pregame.
So the score is 4-0 right now. 4:54 left to go in the second.
At this point, we're looking for a John Mackey donut. That's what the Colts are playing for at this point. They already got the W.
Here's Swilling shot, and that one's deflected right to Mackey, and Mackey finds it again, and he'll play it out. Now here's Manning. Gives it to Wayne. Penalty expires. Wayne takes it through. Wayne to Manning. Manning drops it down to Barry, and now that one's intercepted. And now Breeze tried to get the spring pass, but he was stuck coming forward. Now McAllister to Jordan, shot and a save made by Mackey. Now Jordan plays it down to Breeze. Breeze to Jordan. Now Jackson shot blocked out front. Some pretty good pressure here by the Saints to try to get one, but it gets out.
John Mackey just looks relaxed and poised in the net. I don't think he's giving one up tonight.
Here comes Kamara up the ice. Kamara looking through, drops it down to Breeze. Stop shot, blocked. And now Unitas looks to pass that one up. Took it away by McAllister. Now Kamara, and he's poked away. Here's Marvin Harrison dumping up the wall. Jackson behind the net, gives it to Breeze. Breeze up top to McAllister. McAllister gives it to Matthew. Matthew to Jackson. Jackson to Camara, and a save made by Mackey.
You know, interestingly enough about these Colts is we had a crazy fan send email to us about how Jack Trudeau should have made the lineup over Johnny Unitas. The craze is going on for the NFHL, and people are reaching. Sorry, Jack, you didn't make it.
The battle for the puck. Manning tried to dunk it in and stopped. Now here's Pittman. Gives it to Hilton. Hilton trying to beat the clock right there. He took it down. And now Rogers. Rogers gives it across. Taken away right there. Shot and a save, Mackey.
Colts still doing a good job on the defensive end. Mackey's making all his saves with ease. He's got wings to see it. He's got cat-like reflexes. Another one of these guys who's sneaky Hall of Fame good.
Now Bob Sanders gives it to T.Y. Hilton, and that's gonna end it. For the seconds, there's a chance Jimmy Graham will be starting the next period.
The Saints are just kind of throwing fits now, causing penalties. They know this game is over. Might want to start rolling the third and fourth line here if you're these teams. You don't want to really get a guy hurt going into the regular season October here. Let's take a look.
It's time to look at the second intermission plays of the period. Let's start with the goals. Look, this is a beautiful play. Barry, he holds onto the puck enough. He lets go right when he sees Unitas coming. Unitas gets 4 defenders so committed on him, they don't even realize that there is a one-timer coming here by Joseph Adai.
Joseph Adai might as well be waiting with a pina colada on a lawn chair.
I mean, look at that.
Waiting for this.
And then the perfect one-T, and of course.
And poor Jimmy Graham. What do you do there? There's nothing you can do.
What a play by Unitas and Barry, though, to help out. And Barry, even two playing a good part here by making some defenders try to cover him. Nobody even realized the die was there.
Yep, just running a little screen, little interference there. And Johnny Unitas finishes that play with a beautiful pass to Joseph Adai.
Manning, Archie Manning with a point-blank chance. Look at that, Archie Manning came into this game trying to show Peyton how it's done.
Really not a lot going for the Saints, though. I mean, they really got nothing going but some penalties and some bad sportsmanship.
Look at that. Archie Manning tried to show Peyton how it was done, and Peyton said, "I got it, Pops." And that one was kind of dangerous. A couple deflections right there. Unitas kind of deflected on his own goalie.
I mean, that's the only way a puck's going to go in on John Mackey today, because he's seeing everything, and even fortunate enough, they're not even getting the bad puck luck. It's been all Colts.
Look at that. He made it look so easy. Like, that puck is going 80 miles per hour. And John Mackey makes it look easy right there. Johnson with a great chance.
I think this game is really telling of what the Colts can be in their best moments. I mean, everything's clicking and working for them, but they got some pieces to this team that could threaten for a championship. All the pieces are really there. Bob Sanders is such a leader on the defensive side. And let's not forget about Dwight Freeney.
And here's Spencer Rattler with the biggest hit of the period. So that's going to do it for the seconds. Here we go.
And let's get down to the ice here. For those who remain in New Orleans and want to see if the Saints have any fight back, they paid for their tickets. They're going to last it out. Let's see how this one finishes up.
So Jimmy Graham starting the third. Here's Colston, gives it up top. That pass can't connect. Here's Bob Sanders to take it. Sanders battling on the wall. Here's Rogers up front. He scores!
Oh, that's just a nasty play by George Rogers. Correct me. John Mackey gives one up, and that was sweet.
Well, they lightly celebrate. They'll get right back to the face-off top, and look at that.
It's that, look at that fake, and then he goes up top over the shoulder on John Mackey. And he says, no, sir. No donut on our doorstep today. It's 4-1. That was a quick one, though. That's what you need if you want to get things going. Manning on the assist for that one. 19 minutes left in the third. Let's see if Houdat got anything going.
Here we go. Here comes Rogers coming up the ice. Rogers looking through. Rogers to Colston. Colston tried to backhand that. And now Manning. Manning gets taken down by Manning right there. Now Manning shot and a save. Yeah, Archie Manning laid his son, Peyton Manning.
He's not happy about the way this game is going. There's still some time left. And it's getting thick.
Here comes Kamara. Kamara pulling back. Kamara across. And a shot and a save by Mackey.
You have to think if the Saints were to get one right away, this thing could get sticky. It could get interesting.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's starting to see an improvement into the New Orleans Saints game right now.
We have some Manning on Manning violence. Only in the NFHL.
Here's Wayne across, intercepted by Kamara. And now here's a quick feed from Breeze to Kamara. Kamara across to Thomas. Thomas looking through and he gets sent hard into the wall. Now here's Taylor. Well done. Saints can score within the next 5 minutes here. They might be in this game. They might just be in this one. Shot and a save by Graham. Now here's Jackson.
They're going to have to take some chances on the offensive side.
Here comes Matthew. Matthew crosses, intercepted by Wayne. Now Wayne to Luck. Here comes Luck coming up the ice. Luck poked away by Swilling. And now here comes Breeze up the ice. Breeze makes a move. Breeze right through. Horn shot and a save. And now Breeze. He gets stuck to the wall right there. And now Jordan shot. Save.
Just because John Mackey gave up one, it doesn't mean he's going to crumble. This guy's a brick wall, and he's back at it.
Here's Horn to McAllister. McAllister's got a little space. McAllister passing off to two. McAllister shot, and he looked for the rebound.
Nice wheels from Deuce.
Spencer Rattler scores! The unlikely of heroes!
Spencer Rattler was in the right place at the right time for that one. He's just hanging around on the back doorstep, and it's a puck, and it's in the back. We got a 2-goal game, folks.
The New Orleans Saints find themselves back in it. Spencer Rattler.
And he just tips it in. McAllister gets a little softy on net. It takes a long time for it to get there. It kind of throws off Mackey. And then here it comes.
Earlier I said Spencer Rattler was an underrated player. And right there, he proves me right.
Houdat Nation is back. The crowd is thrilled, and we got some time to chip away.
Here we go. Puck drops. Here's Mathis, and now a delayed penalty on the Saints. This is not good. And it's going to be interference. We see this once, we see this twice, we see it all the time.
It's Aaron Brooks right off the draw. Once that puck's out of there, you really can't be in there making contact against the other center. They're going to call it every time in this league.
Well, they'll still have 10 minutes when this is killed. But if they give up this goal, then you can definitely say it's over.
And the Colts ain't playing games. They bring out Peyton and his guys for the top line power play.
Here's Mills.
Try to send this one home.
Gives it to Olave now. And now Mills takes it. Mills gets through, and he gets the successful clear. Now it's a race down for it. Mathis held to the wall. Mathis to Harrison. Harrison puts on the brakes. He's double teamed, but he'll give it to Manning. And now here's Wayne. Wayne makes a quick move. Wayne to Mathis. Mathis is poked away by Mills. And now Mathis. And he's poked away again. And now Peyton Manning. He'll give it in. Olave. He's all alone. And got it, a save.
Peyton Manning got in a tangle
at the
blue line and stopped paying attention to the puck.
And Peyton Manning also is getting an interference penalty.
Yep, it happened up at the blue line. He gets in a scrum with Ingram for no reason, and Olave just takes it all the way down. Peyton Manning almost cost his team a goal, and he still might go into the box for 2.
And this...
As the fans are screaming in his ear, did you hear that? They were calling him a crybaby.
Oh my gosh, I've never actually heard that before.
And here we go. It's going to be a 4-on-4 for 30 minutes, and then the Saints will take over on the power play.
The whole the crowd went quiet just to start roasting Manning. That was perfect. A shot, and that one's kicked away by Graham. Unitas gives it a shot and a save, Graham. Another one-timer and a save, Graham. He'll cover this one.
Couple good shots for the Colts right there, but it still feels like New Orleans has all the juice right now. And it's going to be a long 10 minutes for the Colts trying to kill the last bit of this game and go home with a W.
Here we go. Manning wins that draw to Jordan. Jordan across to Matthew. Matthew up top to Rogers. Here comes George Rogers up the ice. Rogers looming, gives it to Colston. And now here's a one-timer. It's intercepted by Mathis, and he'll get the clear.
About 30 seconds to work here for Who Dat Nation.
Now here's Rogers. Rogers took it down. Now Barry. Barry getting chased down to Mathis. Mathis, he gets the clear. And now that penalty expires back to even strength. And now Jones. Well, looks like the Saints are starting to lose a little momentum right now here. But here goes Colston, trying to gain some momentum back. And he lost control of the puck. And now here's Luck with Luck and Wayne on the wall. Gives it up top to Taylor. Taylor coming down the ice. Well, the Saints want to stay alive. They're going to need a score now. Here's Swilling to Breeze. Breeze up top to Thomas. Thomas takes it. Thomas pulls back, shot, and a save made by Mackey.
Oh, those wide, long outside shots on John Mackey aren't going to work. You're going to have to get something in a little bit deeper. You're going to have to craft something, draw something up, coach. Time is ticking. 7:43 left in the third. It's still Colts 4-2.
Here we go, it drops here. Here's Kamara. Kamara tried to drop it down. Buckner takes it away, though. And now here's a slash by Buckner. And this is the big chance for the New Orleans Saints.
This is what they need right here. They're going to have to convert this one, and then they'll have an opportunity to get back in this game.
They'll have 5 minutes.
Big stick up high on Alvin Kamara.
So if they score, they'll have about 5 to 6, maybe even 7 minutes.
They call that a slash, but is that a slash to the head? Because these boys are lucky they wear cages in the NFHL.
Last time I checked, the slash to the head is very illegal. And the puck drops. Here's Sanders. Sanders takes it. He's poked away. Now Sanders being chased down. Reverse check, but he loses the puck in doing so. And now here's Unitas. And that one's taken away. Now Jackson gives it to Thomas. Thomas coming up the ice. Thomas. And that's taken away by Unitas.
Good stick, Johnny U. Minute of this power play already almost gone. Saints have to act fast.
Here we go, and it's Drew Brees. Brees makes the move. Brees across to Thomas, shot and a save. Now Hilton battling for it on the wall. Here's Hilton, and he gets clear. No, he doesn't. And now Johnson to Colston. Colston shot and a save by Mackey.
That was a pretty good shot by Colston, but most of the shots they're getting on Mackey are relatively easy for him to save. They're not making a move. They're shooting it straight on from wide out, and he's going to save that every time. We got to go muck it up down below. Get something dirty here. Only 5:56 left in the third.
Brackett tries to get the clear, and he does to Luck. Luck takes it through, poked away, and now Rogers. One more rush here on this power play. And here comes Jackson. And that's going to do it for the power play, but they still got a chance at a save. Still some good pressure here. Still no attacker on the ice. Now here comes the Colts with 5 guys.
And that's a big kill for the Colts.
Luck makes a move. Shot and a save.
I know this is a preseason game, but that's the type of stuff you want to see from your team, able to make a big kill late in the game to hold on for a win.
Here's Rogers taking it. Rogers to Manning and a save.
That's a big save by Mackey. He snatched that one out. Archie Manning got in deep and got a quick one off. John Mackey standing tall. He's a stud.
Here's Rattler on the ice versus Unitas. And Unitas wins that draw. Mathis puts on the brakes, zips it across to Marchetti. Marchetti, and he gets hit to the wall. Rattler on a great chance, but it's stopped.
Joe Horn's been making some crazy good plays here, setting up opportunities. Wow.
Now here's Adai. Adai takes it. Adai pauses to Marchetti, and now Barry shot and a save. And now Grant will cover.
John Mackey absolutely ripped to the heart out of the Saints on that one. Joe Horn makes a really good play in the corner, gets it out to his guy, and Mackey is there for the stop.
now Manning on the ice versus Rattler. Here's Jordan. Jordan up top to Horn. Horn to Rattler. Rattler to McAllister. McAllister takes it through. Gives it to Horn. Horn down. And now McAllister shot and a save.
If I learned anything today, though, it's that Joe Horn's going to be a scrapper of a player in this league.
Well, a minute left to go. The Saints running out of hope here. They're going to need a score right here on their next rush. Smilling gives it up top to Breeze. This is the chance where they need a score, and it's intercepted. And now Manning shot. That one goes wide. Jordan up top. Thomas holding away. Here comes Thomas up the ice. Graham's out of the net. Shot in the net. Save, Matthew.
What a glove save. He flashes the leather to show off. 39 shots on goal for the Saints, and they've only got 2. What a game by John Mackey. Brilliant.
Freeney with the puck. Freeney up top to Taylor. Taylor gives it down to Luck. Here comes Luck down the ice to the empty net. He's shot over. Now here's Sanders. Sanders poked away by Taylor. Now Freeney towards the empty net goes wide. Now here comes Kamara. Kamara looking through, and he backhands it in. Final 10 seconds left to go here. Marchetti intercepted by Ingram, and now shot and a save. The rebound poked away. Now Ingram to Colston and a save.
John Mackey with the cherry on top. Another big save down low as the Saints looking for a desperation goal as the clock ticks down. This one is over. We'll take a draw, and we'll mail it in. 4-2 Colts.
The fans still giving their team applause for the effort they made to come back in this game.
Couple of things to take away from the loss if you are the Saints. You got 41 shots on goal. You played a great offensive game. John Mackey just got the better of you today, and that's really the tale of the tape.
And
couple fluky goals against Jimmy Graham today, too.
Well, the Saints struggled defensively at the start, and it killed them in the end. Final score, 4-2, Indianapolis.
That was a highlight reel squeeze goal there by George, though.
So here we go. It's time to look at the end of the game, stars of the game, and also the game changers. Look at this.
Nice little put in there by Rattler to get this thing within 2. Saints put up a little fight at the end. You got to feel good about that if you're a Saints fan. Jimmy Graham's still going to be one of the best in the league.
So here we go. Third star is Robert Mathis with 2 assists.
Robert Mathis, sneaky good game.
Jonathan Taylor with 2 assists and 5 hits. No goals.
Didn't call his name much, but he got a couple helpers in. Contributes to the big dub.
First stars John Mackey, 2 goals against, 39 saves and a 9.51 save.
Of course it is. Look at that save. Deuce McAllister had a big chance right there, and he's unable to finish.
Here we go. So some great chances that really changed the tide of this game. That chance by Deuce McAllister was like beyond perfect. But also this was a good goal right here. George Rogers. I mean, this started it for the Saints. This started the comeback goal.
Look at how he just walks the goal line, and then he just freaks it. Look at that little squeeze up in the top corner. Clink, clink.
What a goal that one was.
I mean, Mackey does everything right there.
And then Spencer Rattler tapping it in.
And that's the 2 that Mackey gave up. But he made 39 beautiful saves to preserve that win for his Indianapolis Colts. Look at that, even off the tip there, he gets a pad on it. And his glove is just
Look at that.
sick.
This is a game-changing stop. Wide open net. Look, he missed the poke and everything.
McAllister has to gather it, though. That's kind of the problem. If McAllister can just get the front side of his stick on that and dunk it in, it's a goal.
So that's all, folks, for this one. Final score, 4-2, Indianapolis Colts.